Good morning from our first morning here in Tokyo.
Good morning!
Um, this will be mostly a travel diary.
September 27th through the 28th, so a Friday and a Saturday that was almost exclusively just travel.
We woke up at Jeff and Lori's house about 3:15 in the morning.
Yeah, and that worked out really well sleeping over. Yeah.
Yeah, Lori was kind enough to give us a ride to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Mochi got to sit in the back
Oh,
on the way there, and
that was nice. He got to drop us off at the airport.
yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, the entire travel experience was pretty smooth. Probably gonna spend more time talking about the things that didn't go smoothly, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that the travel itself wasn't smooth.
No, I
Because it
mean,
was.
I think there was like this much stuff that went poorly, and then like this much stuff that really went well.
And our flight on Delta to Seattle went completely smoothly.
Yes, that
Um,
was very smooth.
we were pleasantly surprised to find out that Delta's movies and TV selection is really good, and flight
Yeah.
and everything is included.
Yeah.
It's just plug your headphones in and go.
Yeah, it was really good, but it was funny. So it was something I thought I was noticing when the first movie I watched on the flight to Seattle was I was like, are they bleeping out the cursing? It was like really subtle, so I couldn't tell, and it was sort of like this art house film. There wasn't a ton of cursing anyway, and I don't know. So then when we flew out to Japan, we watched a bunch of Big Little Lies, so I finally got to start watching that. And I was like, wait a second, he goes down on her in the shower. Where's that scene?
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there. So yeah, they definitely do edit out like the R-rated material. But overall, the flight to Seattle was great, and then we got to go to the lounge while we waited for the Tokyo flight, so that was good. It was nice, and it was relaxing to just sit and have a couple cocktails and this and that and wait for our flight. And yeah, so the flight to Japan was Delta Premium Economy.
The seats were comfortable, plenty of legroom.
Yeah.
They have a newly designed footrest leg thing, so you can kind of have your feet kicked
Which,
out
yeah,
and,
which is
and
nice
up a
for
little
me
bit.
because my feet don't touch the floor if it wasn't for that thing. So like I actually my feet can actually sit like on something. So that felt a lot more comfortable. So we learned a couple lessons. I am gonna keep doing this. I brought stuff to like clean down the seats because I had read all these articles from stewards and stewardesses about how they don't get to wipe things down, like they like tidy, they don't clean. And it was gross. The first one was like it was a white wipe and it was beige and I was like, ugh. It was so gross. So I am definitely gonna keep doing that. And then the other thing that I did on this flight that I've never done before is I got like a small heating pad. So I never got that cold, which is great. And then when my back started to hurt after sitting in that position for so long, I was able to alleviate it with the heating pad. And I've already used the heating pad in the room because last night while I was sleeping, I woke up and my back hurt a few times. So it was, I've got to say, like, I have never read that anywhere. Like, online, like, bring a heating pad. They've got plugins. Like, you'll be so much more comfortable.
I think that might be it. Is that it's a relatively new thing that there's a place to plug in on most planes now. It seems like at least both of the ones that we flew this time.
Yeah. I was like, I'm always going to do this. It was so nice. I didn't have to bring a big bulky blanket and I was so much more comfortable. That made a huge difference on like I didn't get off the plane and was achy. That's like the first time that's ever happened.
Also, this was Tears' first time flying with good noise canceling headphones.
Oh my
Is exactly the sound you don't hear.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. You're an idiot. Yeah. So at some points, like I'd like take them off. I after we slept for a while, I took them off because like I had to go wash my face and redo my makeup and fix my hair and all that shit,
As you do.
as you do. And I took them off and I was like, oh no, I hate it. I hate it so much. And she's like, what's wrong? And I was like, all of this is terrible. And he goes, yeah, that's the sound of moving through the air at blah, blah, blah miles an hour. And I was like, no, that's the sound of being hurtled through the air at that many miles per hour. No, it's the most disgusting sound ever. And the headphones were so amazing. There was, yeah, so three things. Clean your fucking seat so you don't get sick. Bring a heating pad so you're comfortable. And spend all of the money on Sony's noise canceling headphones, and you'll have a good flight.
What you shouldn't do too much of on a plane, though,
Oh.
is drink a little too much.
I know.
Especially on a long flight.
I didn't even think I had that much. I had.
The flight was long enough that she started out drinking and ended up hungover by the time we landed.
So fucking terrible. It was terrible. Yeah, I don't think I was even that hungover. I think I was hungover comboed with jet lag. I still don't feel great. My stomach's still a little queasy, and you know, like after you have too many drinks, you feel like sort of feverish the next day. I still fucking feel feverish. And I was hydrating like a motherfucker. Like I had so much water that I didn't want to eat breakfast, like the breakfast they served in the morning, because I was so full of water. So I think it was like hungover and then like jet lag. It was terrible. Oh, it was so fucking awful. It was minimal hiccups getting out of Narita and getting on the Skyliner, the train into Tokyo. That was really good. I remembered one thing about Japan that we don't like. It's so humid. It's fucking disgusting. I don't know how people have even been able to like construct societies. Like we're in our hotel rooms right now.
And there's...
it's a little humid.
Yeah, we've been running the air conditioner as a dehumidifier all morning so far.
Yeah. My skin's gonna look great though. I mean, and my hair's doing good things, but
yeah, I'm just gonna constantly feel sticky.
Gross. But there's been one hiccup.
Big thing that we forgot.
Like a little big thing. Yeah.
We bought our JR Pass online, as you're supposed to do,
As you
and
do.
we had it at home, and
Mochi was being naughty, and he was sniffing around my vanity table, and that's where I had it.
so we didn't want it to get destroyed, so we put it away in our little fireproof box.
Yeah, in our little safety deposit box with our passports, as you
And
do.
We brought our passports. Obviously, we made it, but we left the pass at home.
Yeah.
So we figured out a solution to it. We haven't executed it yet, but it should be fine. They're selling JR passes in Japan now at
Because of the Olympics.
specific stations. It's on a trial basis, but everybody seems to think they're just going to keep doing it forever.
Yeah. So we had one big hiccup, and it definitely, TJ was wonderful. He did a lot of hunting.
I still wouldn't recommend doing
Don't-
that. Buy them ahead of time because A, it's going to be easier on you, and B, it's cheaper to buy them ahead of time.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy them ahead of time, but we had bought a longer date anyway that we didn't really need. And so in the end, we'll be getting, instead of a 21-day pass, which we spent this amount of money for, we're going to get a 14-day pass, which will more than cover what we need to do, and it'll only be $100 on top of what we originally spent.
No, it's $100 less.
Oh, it's $100 less.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. We figured that out. It was, I mean, when TJ realized, like, we were, like, landing in Tokyo, we were, like, on the taxi, and he just all of a sudden...
And I was like, wait, do you have the JR Pass?
And I just was like, I immediately saw how this whole thing was going to go down, and I was like, Tirza, the way you respond right now is really going to dictate how this continues. So I just very, very, very quietly go, no. And then he went, I think you yelled, I think you were like, God damn it! And you got real mad for a minute, and then I was like, it's fine. We will just let our friends know, and they can get it out of the safety deposit box, and they can overnight it to us. And that was like our first solution, which was not going to work. But I was like, okay, all right, we got this. But I just need to make sure that like I have a simple solution to this problem, whether it fucking is or not.
We figured it out.
We
It's
did.
just we didn't have data when I realized that we didn't have it, and so there was a little bit of panic for a minute.
Yeah.
We have unlimited data at 2G speeds.
Why even bother?
So
Yeah.
thankfully we've got, we always have a backup plan.
Oh, of
We
course.
rented a 4G hotspot with unlimited data, so we're going to be fine on that.
Yeah.
But if, like last time, I went away from Tirza for a little while,
Yeah.
and she
I
didn't
didn't have any
any
access,
data.
so I was like, oh, he'll be back eventually, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, so now I will have a little bit of data. When we got into Tokyo last time, we didn't have the mobile hotspot, so we couldn't find a hotel very easily, and that was a big pain in the butt.
I thought it'd be very convenient to have it shipped to the hotel.
Yeah, which makes total sense.
Yeah.
Got
Getting
it
from the airport to the hotel with no data was rough.
shit. So this time it was really easy, and it was really nice, and that's pretty much it. We came and we checked into our little hotel, and it's really cute, and we have a balcony, and we basically like shredded our clothes off of us because we were so fucking gross, and it was so disgusting. And then TJ went to like a Lawson's and got us some onigiri, and we went to bed about 7ish. It's like, what time is it now? It's 5:30.
Yeah, it's 5:30. It's still a little early, but
I woke up at 4 and I was like, I can't sleep anymore. And he's like, okay. Yeah.
I think one more day we'll adjust
Yeah.
to the rest of the.
Yeah, so anyway,
yeah.
that's where we're at. So today we're gonna go get our JR Rail passes again, and there we go. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.